Well, ladies and gentlemen, Elimination Chamber just went off the air. Currently, right now, is the FCW story. It's the documentary on FCW. Um, Tonight's Elimination Chamber was utterly pointless. Like, why did this paper need to happen? Like, you had Super Showdown. 2 weeks later, you have um, Elimination Chamber. And then you have the tag chamber, which was basically just used for Miz and Morrison to have a good first defense. Okay? Then you have Braun in the handicap match, already losing his belt to Sami Zayn, who we don't even know if he's cleared to have full contact wrestling, since all he does is moves and runs away. You have the Street Profits retaining when Kevin Owens caught Seth Rollins. So basically, that match just advances that feud. Um, In the main event, the women's chamber was utterly the most pointless match ever. And when it was, I didn't watch December to Dismember, so taking that one out of it, this was the worst women's, like the worst chamber ever, like ever. Like I think it was like 20 minutes, and about 10 of them was like them just standing around because Shayna. Like the first part of it was cool. Natty and Ruby were trying their best. Sarah did a few things, and when the second Shayna came in, it was just move, knee, choke out Sarah, move, knee, choke out Ruby, beat the living hell out of Natty, choke her out, beat the living hell out of Liv, choke her out. Asuka put up a fight since she was the last entrant, but again, same move, same knee, same choke. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. Shayna Baszler chokes her way to WrestleMania because like seriously, like the first they were saying rumors about how they were gonna do one for the SmackDown men to face the Universal Champion. Like that would have been more needed than that. Even though like Roman would have maybe been easily predicted, the match would have probably been even more competitive than what this shit was. And besides that, tonight was just a completely forgettable night. Like, I'm sorry, Philadelphia. You people paid to see that. They could have booked a Flyers game or a 76ers game or a fucking lacrosse game or a fucking concert of some sort. But they booked the Elimination Chamber. People thought, hey, we're going to see the Chamber. We're probably going to have some cool matches. But no, instead you just get that. Alright, so just to quickly recap. The best match tonight, I'd say, was Black versus Styles. It was a good match. Wasn't great. And Gulak versus Bryan was a good, brutal match. It was a decent match for Drew Gulak to show his stuff. I know he had that brutal German suplex spot that I know Simon saw, and he thought that was really, really brutal. But sometimes brutal matches aren't that bad. Bryan seemed okay, so we move on. So there was that, and then tonight was really, really unforgettable. Like, I didn't remember half the matches on the card as I was watching them. Profits and being Rollins Murphy retaining, the match was good. The ending was predictable. Owens getting involved, and just him getting involved with popcorn is new. And yeah, that match, what happened. Good for the Profits on retaining, and it advances Rollins versus Owens for Mania. Following that, we had Humberto versus Andrade. Like, poor Humberto. They keep booking him in town matches against Andrade, and Andrade keeps whipping his ass. Like, I told Simon, I think this is like the 4th or 5th time he's lost to Andrade in title matches with Andrade cheating, and at this point, I'm just like, stop putting him in fucking matches. They're probably going to book like a triple threat with Angel, Ray, Humberto, and Andrade at Mania, and that'll probably be Humberto's big win, or Ray gets one more before he retires. It'll be a cool, lucha libre type of match for WrestleMania, which wouldn't be bad. Following that, I believe we had the first chamber, the SmackDown Tag Title Chamber, which for some reason happened, and it was a really good match. Lucha House Party had their little thing where they flew. Otis fucking running himself out of the fucking chamber was just funny, and everyone had a decent part. Ziggler and Rude were good assholes. Heavy Machineries were actually really over. And Miz and Morrison cheating to win. I think it might set up. What I think is gonna be like Usos versus Miz and Morrison. Maybe another team at WrestleMania. Maybe the New Day. I don't know. So it's gonna be interesting to see what happens with those, I guess. Then I said the Profits retained. Braun losing the belt, like Braun, they made a big deal. Braun finally won his first IC title, and then they have him lose it a few weeks later to a guy that doesn't even compete, and I'm happy for Sami Zayn. You know, he's a Quebecois. I am proud for my fellow Quebecois, but you know, he shouldn't have won it. You know, if they really want to do the change, put on fucking Cesaro. Cesaro's awesome. Like, Sammy's cool, but Sammy's gimmick now is just, you know, he doesn't need a title. And then, like I said, the Women's Chamber, the most pointless chamber match to ever exist. Like, they could have put anyone else inside that chamber. Like, they could have put the SmackDown guys for Goldberg, the SmackDown women for Bayley. But instead, they put that, and I mean, it could have been worse. They could have had, like, Shayna go first against whoever, just run for everyone as they came out, but they made the beginning interesting. There was the whole Shayna kicks ass part. Then there was the ending, which, you know, Asuka tried her best, but it was to no avail. So, Elimination Chamber, definitely a pass. There isn't anything worth watching on that. If you haven't watched tonight, just don't. But, you know, yeah. So thank you for watching. Leave a like. Make sure to subscribe. And the road to WrestleMania continues. This was not a bump in the road, but more like a fucking pothole. See that the car fucking fell through. And we're going to try to piece it back together and continue on the road to WrestleMania. And just back tomorrow on Raw. That will be more entertaining than all this shit. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.